we got Sam here. She's from NJ Mobile IV. I've known Sam for a long time. She was an instructor at Howell Powell's program and became our family babysitter. She's like a daughter to me, and she's going to hook us up with some IVs. Sam, tell us how you wound up doing this.
So after graduating high school, I went to Georgian Court University to get my bachelor's degree in nursing. I started off on the peds unit, did that for a couple of years. I transitioned to an outpatient job. Now I work with multiple sclerosis patients doing infusions. And on the side, I dabble in a lot of things. I babysit, and I also do mobile IVs. So today...
She's not for hire as a babysitter. She's fully committed.
So today I have the Limitless all-in-one infusion, which includes the Myers cocktail, which helps with fatigue, joint pain, just many different things. It also has carnitine in it, which is for like your metabolism, helps with the fat, like breaking down your fat.
I need some of that. Can I get a double dose?
No, you get what you get. And then taurine is for your immunity. So it'll boost your immune system. And then at the end, I'll give a nice glutathione push. And that also boosts your immunity. Glutathione helps your body cells. It's like the master antioxidant. And it just overall boosts your immunity.
All right, since I know you're super uncomfortable right now, and that was my goal, I have one question. Just because I'm a seasoned pro, I've done these before. I noticed the highlighter yellow color.
Yes.
Would you care to let us know what our urine's going to look like after this?
It will be highlighter yellow.
It's going to be highlighter yellow, bro.
What kind of question is that?
Bro, I was freaked out a little bit the first time I took it. I took a whole bag of this. I went to the bathroom and
it was highlighter yellow.
That color.
Legit that color.
It was like a little disconcerting, so I figured you guys should be prepped for that.
Okay.
All right,
you
Sam.
could have just told us that instead of putting her on the spot and asking her.
Made me really
what
uncomfortable.
What color is it going to be, even though you knew the answer?
My goal is to kind of fuck with Sam a little bit.
Yeah, to make me feel uncomfortable. But, you know,
we've been trying for like 6 years to...
just bust me out of my...
your shy shell there.
Yep.
All right, so stab us up, kid.
I will.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Sam.
Thank you for having me.
We have the guy who has been here for the last 14 weeks with us. He's a dude that I was able to connect with over the last few years, and he's one of the only people that I've met that kind of feels life with his stomach in a similar realm that I've been explaining it. Ev, there are so many amazing things that we could all say about you. You have this light and this energy about you. That people are drawn toward. We know your heart. You know, we know what an amazing person that you are. And it's just awesome that we have a chance now to have you sitting on the couch. He's usually behind the cameras or coming over to the side. The closest you got to the camera was edited out, but when Rega was here, we didn't know Dr. Gary Brecka. Yeah. And you had to come over and let us know what his name was. That's probably the closest you were to the camera here. But we're excited to chop it up with you. We know that you've been doing a lot of really great things outside of business, just in life and, you know, your personal improvement. So, yeah, man, really looking forward to having you on here today.
Thanks, dude. It was beautiful.
Absolutely.
It was beautiful. It's funny, my mom just sent me a podcast the other day. She was like, I forget what podcast she was listening to, but she was like, you ever heard of this guy, Gary Brecka? I was like, oh, we were just talking about him like the other day.
Yeah.
He's been popping up everywhere.
Yeah, he really has. And like the last time we brought his name up, we were talking about the medical field and everything, and I was saying I wish there were more Garys. But then as I was talking about him recently, another topic that continues to come up these days more and more is testosterone replacement therapy, TRT. I personally have never dabbled with it.
I did a lot of research on it. They say the benefits are insane, but once you start, to my knowledge, there's no coming back. You're committed for life. And I don't know if that's something I'm prepared to do.
Yeah.
Like, at 60, am I going to want to be taking these shots?
How much does it cost and how frequently do you have to do it?
I actually think it's pretty cheap because when I did the consult, I want to say it was a subscription plan, and it included your blood work and visits, and it was like $149 a month, including, like I said, blood work, visits with them, and them managing everything. They would send the script directly to your house. It gets shipped, and you go from there. But
You shoot in your butt.
no, they the place that I went actually instructed. They wanted actually Sam might be able to help with this. So not intramuscular, Sam. What are the other?
Subcutaneous.
No. In between the two, maybe. Because one's like really small needle, and the
Yeah.
other one is not super small,
Yeah,
but not long.
intramuscular.
Intramuscular, and then there's the other one.
Subdermal.
I don't know. It's like they wanted you to shoot a little, like an insulin needle into your arm. I always had a vision of steroid. You were taking like a needle like this, and you had to put it in your butt or wherever.
Yeah.
You go right in your shoulder or wherever, and it's a little tiny needle. And it just wasn't for me. I can't make that commitment.
What kind of facts or anything, or like what kind of stuff do we know about like why males currently are lacking testosterone? Because I don't think it's always been like this.
I think a lot of it has to do with diet.
That's what I was thinking.
From what I've seen.
That's what I was thinking.
Because I modified my diet, my testosterone numbers did go up. Now, when I went for my consult, my numbers were very low.
Yeah.
But the modification of diet with Robbie, just being in the gym and stuff like that, and my numbers, I'm not saying I have, ridiculously great numbers of testosterone, but it's significantly improved.
It's pretty easy to get like a panel too, right?
Yeah.
Is it? I was
gotta
going to
get-
ask that.
Yeah. And the other thing that's becoming really big that I've
Probably
noticed
just have a
now.
little like this.
Oh, all right. The other thing that's becoming really big that I've noticed right now are peptides.
Which is what?
I guess it's similar to growth hormone, but without the detrimental side effects, they say. I did some research because I've actually considered doing it. They say human growth hormone makes you prone to diabetes and other stuff. They say with peptides, there's no real side effect or link to that long-term factor. How true, I don't know. I just began researching it, but
Yeah, because it seems really big, and it seems big amongst people our age.
yeah.
Which I was a little bit surprised by, like the sheer numbers that guys' testosterone is dropping off. So, like aside from diet, do we know about anything else that's
Probably
kind of causing this drop?
Just a sedentary life.
Yeah, I know.
Like Vinny-
Sitting around not doing nothing, right?
Vinny at Thrive, he's a chiropractor at Thrive. He always says that sitting is the new smoking.
Wow,
Sitting?
and everyone's sitting.
Yeah.
Well, they even got those computer desks now to make you stand. It's luckily
I've seen those.
I have one of those. I still sit.
The
I
Dine
move
has
all
those
day.
at Axel.
Yeah, everybody's got them there.
I don't like sitting. I'm uncomfortable sitting. I can never get comfortable. But if you're sitting, listen, when I'm home, I'll sit on the couch all day. But you got to be moving. So
Yeah.
diet, activity, I think you're right.
Yeah,
Plays a big, big role. I mean, I'm 38 years old. I don't know. I walk in, this lady's asking me all kinds of questions without even seeing my blood panel. She's like, yeah, you qualify for TRT. And I'm
Right.
like, that was my first maybe no.
Right,
We didn't even see anything, and you're telling me I could qualify for it.
right.
Big pharma vibes.
Yeah.
I'm sure.
A little bit.
That's it.
Thank you.
Sam,
Awesome.
Smash.
you did great.
I know, I got all three of you.
That was wild, by the way. How long has it been? Like, not long. You
No,
just got
she
three
just
of us.
banged
Like,
it out.
I
4
wanted to
minutes.
give her the heads up. Like,
12 minutes?
12?
wow. I want to say, like, this isn't
Including
the ER.
her
Like,
introduction?
wow.
Wow.
That's impressive.
Bro, I wonder what the Guinness Book of World Records is
I
on
think
that.
she just said it.
That's it.
Wow, that's wild.
Sam Staver crushing it right now.
That's wild. So,
I
So-
think it comes down to self-care, though.
Yeah.
between like the reasoning for why. So like lack of self-care is
Yeah.
like dropping things down. And then we know that there's a lot of natural ways that you can improve it too. So like a stronger diet.
I hear
obviously
onions.
exercising.
I don't know if it's true, but I hear onions are a great natural booster to testosterone.
And I think the trickle down to low testosterone seems to be really messing guys up too. Like the other side of having, like, so you're sitting down, your T levels are low. But I think that kind of opens up a whole nother window of things that we talk about. Like I think that kind of creates some of that depression. You know, we're sitting
100%,
around, you know, some anxiety about the future, whatever it may be. I think that like in the male's body, that once those levels are low, that's when we're seeing a lot of these negative side effects that we happen to be talking about all the time. But yeah, the reason why I've been talking to Abby a lot about it, because so many people around me are on it. And, you know, she's like, just do it, babe. I'm like, why though? Like,
have you gotten
that's
like
the thing.
panel?
I haven't got
I feel
a
like
panel.
you're going to be off the charts with
Well, yeah,
I feel like
I
you're
kind of
good.
like self-assess that I probably would be, but
Yeah.
I don't know, like
Yeah,
because sometimes I think I do fall into some of the categories like fatigue, different things like that. That might be lack of like quality sleep that's putting me
So
there.
they say
But
testosterone helps you sleep as well.
Right.
Now, when they
and low
prescribe,
testosterone again on the other side of it could be
Effects,
an adverse
yeah.
effect, right?
Actually,
But-
I shouldn't say that because that guy like Alex Hormozy, I
Yeah.
don't know if you've ever seen him, but
see him all the time.
I just saw a clip of him the other day where he was saying that he has like low T. And you look at him, I mean, he
looks like his would be
he's
through the
personal
roof.
trainer, guy's jacked.
Yeah, but that could also be like, you know, a side effect of previously using testosterone. Like, if you take TRT today, and you stop in a year,
Yeah, that's true.
your testosterone count, I mean, I'm assuming has to drop through the floor. It would be my guess, but I mean, I'm not saying it's not an answer, because some people, they say it's saved their life.
Yeah, I've heard that
But-
a lot.
I don't know. Maybe at some point it'll be for me.
Yeah. Yeah.
Maybe sooner than later. I mean, everybody keeps telling me how fat I am. I got to change something.
We'll have to get somebody on who like kind of specializes in like total human like performance. Like maybe like I mean Seidenberg was great for like optimizing your mind and stuff, but like
Your
somebody
physical, yeah.
Yeah.
get Gary on.
Because I was going to ask, like, because we were talking about Gary Brecka, and he said that there's basically 2 tests that you should be taking for yourself, just to know, you know, your body, and that's going to answer a lot of different things. And one of them was like a blood test, and then there was like one other test about like how your body handles different certain types of food to kind of tweak your diet to what like your body is looking for. But like my question there was going to be like, where do you start with something like that? Like, where did you go to get these tests? Like, just
So,
your
I
standard
was-
doctor?
I was on TikTok,
Laptop,
and I found,
Okay, LabCorp, yeah.
I guess with an algorithm based on my Google searches, a clinic in New Jersey.
Okay.
And you set up an appointment, they pull your blood, but I will also tell you, Rebecca from NJ Mobile IV is a practitioner. She recently reevaluated all of my regular blood work. As you know, I've had struggles, and I wanted her opinion. She does like a more holistic approach on life, and she provided me a full panel that did include my testosterone levels, which were fine. My triglycerides were still alarming to her, but for me, way better.
Good.
But she was very, very comprehensive, and I would recommend that anybody that wants just to get an idea could reach out to her, because she'll give you a full rundown and
Nice.
tell you everything you need to know.
So, Ev, when we were talking about, you know, how I was saying that you're probably the closest person that has vocalized that they kind of feel life the way I do, like in my stomach and everything, how you been feeling lately?
I feel good.
Good.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
Do you credit that a lot to your frequent workouts? Like, what do you think has kind of...
Yeah, I mean, I haven't been going as hard as I should with workouts, but I would say that overall, I'm a pretty positive guy.
Definitely. We
My
got that
mantra
vibe.
is always like, the glass stays half full, even if like some shit comes up.
Have
like,
you always been that way?
I have, yeah. I'm lucky in that sense. I just kind of have like an innate optimism, which I'm lucky in
Yeah.
that regard, because I know not everybody is. Sometimes it might bite you in the ass being too optimistic, seeing the good
Yeah.
in too
Yeah.
many things. But
Yeah, I could see that.
I would rather go through life with a smile than like paranoia.
Yeah.
So I've been good. There's, you know, obviously I could always do better with things. I could do better with my workouts. Just within the past like week or so, I was telling Maddie, my girlfriend, I was actually down on myself a little bit, just because I was missing workouts, and I guess I was just stressed out with work. And I just went for a run yesterday. Just did like 3.5 miles, and then I went to sets at night, burned like 600 calories,
What's with you guys and just randomly running 3 miles?
I think that's just it's a way to get cheap dopamine quick.
You guys are
Not cheap,
out of
but-
your mind. Out of your minds.
I don't think
maybe
that
I gotta
you need-
try it.
I don't
know.
think that you need to run half marathons or marathons, but like just doing like 3 to 5 miles is
Wild.
It's really good.
Wild to me. Now, you've always been into like running and being conditioned like that, or because
I mean, more so
I don't
in-
know you much outside of here,
Yeah.
and I would love to learn about you prior to me knowing you.
I feel like we've all gotten a lot closer since the group thread has
This is
started.
my
That's
man
like
right
14
there.
weeks ago.
Yeah.
You know,
It's
we
a
covered
lot.
a lot of ground in a short period of time.
Yeah.
He's gotten to know you really well from you talking for an hour
Yeah.
each week.
Yeah.
But
Probably really
that's a
boring.
great point.
Yeah.
You know,
I've never been like a fitness junkie.
No.
I just always played sports, so it's
Right.
like you have to be active because if you're playing sports, you just have to. But I fell off for a while, like right after high school.
Yeah.
I didn't go to college, so I fell off for a while, and then I'm still like not totally back on the horse and like doing everything that I should. But like
Seems like you're doing pretty good though.
I'm in a better groove.
how is that dating Maddie, who is like, I was gonna call her a specimen.
She's a
a
freak.
beautiful
She's a freak.
woman,
Yeah.
but she gets after it
Yeah.
fitness wise, like on the reg. And like
She's a gym
she's
rat.
almost similar to me. I was sitting next to her at the wedding, and I was kind of just asking her some questions and stuff.
Yeah.
Like her biceps are yoked, like you
Yeah.
could just see it in her dress. And
Yeah.
so I'm kind of asking these questions, like, have you always been shredded? She showed me a picture. She was a little girl,
Yeah.
and I was telling her when I was a little kid, like me and my sister had biceps. We were like little kids. We didn't
Yeah.
never worked out. We just like were physically strong. But then she said she was in gymnastics. So she gets after it on the reg.
Yeah.
How does it make you feel if she just crushed something and you didn't do shit that day?
Oh, it feels like it feels like shit.
Like,
I think
you ever
that's
find
why-
yourself like wanting to lie to her, like, oh yeah, me too. Like, I just, I just killed it.
Dude, we have the Garmin, so like you can track. You could see what other people are
You're
doing.
tracking
so
one
like,
another, bro.
Yeah, I mean
Oh,
like
no.
Wait, I could track what
This
you
guy's
do
going
on
to the
this thing?
supermarket
Yeah, if we-
pretending like
if
he's
we
going
become
for a run
friends
through
on-
ShopRite.
I can add friends on this
You
thing.
can add friends. I can see how many calories you burned, what your workout was, what your heart
Damn.
rate was throughout the day.
That's pretty impressive,
Right?
I didn't know that.
So
Yeah.
you can't hide. But
So
no,
when I was struggling to figure out how to find my sleep score last week,
I could've
why didn't you
told
just
you.
walk over like, yeah, this is how we do it?
I could have told you when
No,
you
you
had
just
REM.
like seeing me look like an idiot.
No,
Nah, great.
we have
Thanks,
to
Ed.
be, yeah,
Thanks.
we'll add each other.
I appreciate it.
Well, she's teaching me because I was
Nice.
just using this for time.
Nice.
I wasn't even charging it half the time. I wasn't even
Yeah.
using it.
Yeah.
It was just a bracelet.
I'll tell you what, it changed a lot for me because obviously I struggle to use it and figure it out, but I do try to pay attention. And, I check my heart rate and I check my sleep, I check my stress. I've become pretty cognizant of that stuff.
Yeah,
and it helps.
sure.
Like, you can't ignore it when it's there.
No, you can't. And the more that you wear it, the smarter it gets.
Yeah, now I wear it at night to sleep. And
Yeah, I just started doing that.
I didn't want to do that for a while, but I knew my sleep had to improve, especially after talking to Dave Seidenberg. And I made a conscious effort to make sure it's charged, to make sure it's on, and I'm trying. I mean, I guess I just want to be like you guys, part of the cool club, running 3.5 miles.
Oh yeah, that's actually what we were talking about. So we were talking about the wedding a little bit, and
Yeah.
we had the wedding Thursday night. Dude, Friday I felt hungover. Like I didn't drink at all, but
Yeah.
it was a great time. Abby and I had a blast. We were dancing the whole time, but it was a late night, dude. Like Mason was still awake when I got home. He was like watching TV and stuff with me. I couldn't shut down. I went to
Yeah.
bed at like 2 a.m. Which
Oh,
is
really?
super
You
late
got
for
back
me,
that late?
especially during the week. No, I was home. We were home probably like 11:45,
Oh, okay.
but I had like 2 coffees late night. Like
Yeah.
you left there, they had like
had a
first of all,
coffee
it
bar
was
and
it was
stuff.
one of the most
Yeah.
epic weddings that Abby and I have been a part of.
That's cool.
because
Yeah.
like the vibe was
That
just
cocktail hour
right,
was
the dance
insane,
floor
too.
was right. Yeah, the cocktail hour I kind of missed a little bit because I was helping Ryder with his speech, but the food, the food there was really cool. But what I wanted to say was, I went and did the Reservoir Friday. I felt literally no alcohol,
Right.
but I felt so like tired and like I was getting after it on like the ice cream bar. Like I
Yeah.
just felt like I did not feel good at all.
That's like my Tuesday.
But I went, but I went and hit the resi, And when I was done, dude, I felt so good.
Yeah.
So, like,
Yeah.
you know, Evan wasn't really necessarily feeling however he was feeling. He did three and a half, and, like, he felt good. Like, something in our bodies, like, longs for this sweat, this mental clarity, these workouts. Like, it responds really, really well.
I know you guys are right. Obviously super stressed with my dad. He's still in the hospital. He's having a procedure, actually, as we speak.
Okay, now what is that in particular?
They have to check his heart valves to make sure this infection that he's battling back and forth hasn't reached his valves, which all the doctors are very confident it hasn't, but they need to make sure. So they had some apparatuses in. They had to remove those so the infection could fully clear, but just preventative measure. But this week I took off from the gym. I texted Robbie, I texted Zach. I'm just not going to make it. I know it's the wrong decision, but for me right now, I just bouncing back and forth. I couldn't do it. But I'm banging out push-ups at home.
Cool.
I'm trying to shadow box. I'm doing some stuff. I'm riding the Big Woody, not the BMX, because I didn't go buy it yet.
That sounds so bad, dude.
I'm trying, man. Yeah, that did sound terrible.
You said I'm riding the Big Woody.
I got to get rid of this fucking bike. But you're right, because last week when I was in my fields and I didn't want to go to the gym, I told Robbie I wanted to keep it light, just like stretch, whatever. And he was like, no, we're getting this work. And we fucking banged it out. We went hard. I left there on cloud 9 and I felt
Some
amazing.
of those are the best workouts.
Yeah.
It's like your Jordan flu game.
Yeah, bro, it's,
right.
You know?
It just puts you there.
Jordan dropped, what, like 60-something that day?
Something ridiculous.
Yeah,
It
that was ridiculous.
You don't feel like you need to do it, and then you start moving, and it's just get after it.
Yeah.
I'll probably go to the gym tomorrow.
You definitely
Now
should.
that we're talking about it.
Yeah, you definitely should. I was over at Thrive today. So I did the sauna, I did the plunge. I was talking to AJ for a little while.
Yeah.
So I had a good time over there. I was feeling good.
Yeah, I love getting over there.
Yeah, me too, man. It's such a good
We're
vibe.
lucky. We're lucky.
We
I'm
really
super
are.
lucky. I'm there every week.
I know, that's awesome.
I'm like basically unlimited access, and just like being a fly on the wall to those guys, and you know Shannon obviously.
Yeah.
Like, they're so knowledgeable, and they will practice what they preach, which is awesome.
Yeah,
How did
which
you
is
guys
great.
find that place? Like, because it seems like you guys have a great relationship, both of you,
Yeah.
with the staff there. Like, did you know somebody that opened it, or did you just happen to stumble in?
AJ, the owner. So I met AJ probably like 3-4 years ago, just through like networking and
Okay.
stuff. And yeah, and then just by proxy, you know.
Yeah.
He's very involved AJ's very involved in the wrestling community.
Okay.
Yeah, like
He's very
I knew
supportive.
of him before I kind of got linked up with everybody else. And then once I went there, I just so happened to be talking to Johnny Post, who went to college with AJ. So it was like all
Small world.
the circles. Yeah, small world.
Yeah.
Like everything's kind of intertwined.
Did you ever go over to the Spring Lake office or?
I've never been to Spring Lake. I only go to the Belmar
Well,
one.
they shut down Spring Lake to move into
to move,
Belmar.
to move to Belmar.
Yeah,
but then
2 years
they
ago.
also have something in Point, though,
Point,
right?
yeah,
Okay, I've
Point's
never been there either.
Points inside of Vive.
Now,
Okay.
what do they have? They have saunas, cold plunge. They have the leg stuff.
Leg stuff,
Is that
massage chairs.
So that's the recovery lounge, which is inside. It's inside of Thrive's facility, which is like 4,000 square feet. So they've got 2 cold plunges, an infrared sauna, a dry sauna, massage chairs, compression sleeves. They've got showers in there, but then like the practice itself of Thrive, they have acupuncture, physical therapy, and chiropractic.
okay?
Oh yeah, that's right. You walked in the door, but you only got to about
I got to the counter.
the
That
counter.
was it.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I mean, it's a beautiful place. Just on the entrance. But I didn't know that they had that much. I didn't know there was a full physical therapy.
Oh,
and
yeah.
That's impressive.
The recovery lounge is really just like almost like a lead magnet to like get people
Yeah, in
through
the
the
door.
door. It's, you know, you can do a drop in, you can do, you know, subscriptions like for the lounge, but yeah, I mean their money maker is their medical services for
Yeah,
sure.
because I was curious
sure.
about that. Because, like, when we went to the Bear and the Birch, now the line was out the door, but that is geared, like, I would assume, towards a higher end clientele. But they have subscription models. The place was packed, though.
Yeah.
Now, obviously, when we went, we didn't know that Thrive was closed, so I don't know. I mean, in comparison, how busy it is, but I would assume different kind of clientele, especially when you're catering to like physical therapy and stuff like that.
What I've noticed about the people that I interact with, outside of AJ, who's awesome, and all the employees are super awesome and inviting and everything, everyone that you get into talking with over there is on the same page as you. Like that's like almost the coolest part for me.
Like-minded people.
Yeah, like I've had great combos over there today. And people are just nice. Like, you know, you kind of go to the supermarket this time of year. I don't know if I was telling you guys the one night I put away like 30 shopping carts. And I was just thinking, like, everyone's just running in, getting their list selfishly. I got to get Christmas presents. Blah, blah. Everybody's all angry. You know, no one's really communicating like they once did or holding doors for people. But you go to Thrive, like you go to Bear and Birch, like that lady that we were talking to in the sauna, she was super cool. Yeah. It's like you're kind of getting around like like-minded people outside of like New Jersey's high stress feel of like super selfish,
well, that's
me.
Thing. Everybody's on the go, on the move in a place like
rush.
that. Yeah, you're for that hour, let's say, there's no external stimulus. You get to take a second, smell the roses, and unwind and decompress. So maybe it opens people up to have that generally smoother interaction than they would in a high pressure environment like ShopRite.
Yeah,
dude, it's funny you said that because I don't know if anything drives me up the wall more than when people don't put their shopping carts back. Because I'll do the same thing. I'll just like, I actually started like chirping people a little bit. Actually, there's this guy on TikTok. He's called the Cart Narc.
Shut up.
Dude, he goes around and he's got magnets. And if he sees somebody like get in their car and leave their cart right next to like their spot and like in a vacant parking spot, he goes like, wee woo, wee woo, cart narc. And he goes up to them and he like throws a magnet on their car. And they all, I would say the majority of them like fight back and he gets pretty funny reactions. But then other people are like, no, you're totally right. I should have brought that back.
Yeah, I'm like a 50% return the cart guy.
You're better than that. Where do you leave it?
Bro, I can't even go to the food store and remember that I have to bring my own fucking bags.
That's tough.
Let alone put the cart back.
I don't even BYOB, bro.
Yeah.
I don't even bring my own bag. I just freelance it, dog. I just freelance it. So I basically get a cart, I put everything in the cart, and then I take the cart directly to the truck. I load the truck up. Once I get home, I go inside and grab a laundry basket.
Oh, smart.
I load it all into the laundry basket. What I should do is bring the laundry basket with me.
Yeah, load it in.
Yeah. And then, so then it's usually like 2 trips with the laundry basket and the diapers and all these other things I got to get. But how frequently are you actually going food shopping, though?
There was a period I was going every Sunday. On Sundays, I like to cook. Well, I cook every day, but Sundays, usually after I leave Reilly Wrestling Club, we wind up, I'll do a nice Sunday dinner. I'll make meatballs.
Where do you go? What's your store?
Either Whole Foods or ShopRite. Yeah. I actually used to really prefer Stop and Shop because it's always empty, but they just don't have certain ingredients I like.
Whole Foods in the wall?
Yeah, I'm really big on San Marzano tomatoes, and one brand in particular that only Whole Foods has. So I'm kind of picky now, and I'm a bit of a snob, but we'll spend our Sundays hand squeezing tomatoes, making meatballs, and just hanging out. So I'll go every Sunday.
So where do you leave your cart, dude? Like next to your car?
Yeah, or this is going to sound even worse.
That guy?
Nah, hold on. What I usually try to do is I'll find an angle from my car to the cart corral, and I will push it across the parking lot and hope it makes it.
Oh, all right. So that's kind of an attempt.
I'm trying.
Do you think that the times that it doesn't actually land in the cart area, then it's just sitting there blocking traffic?
No, because I always at least
What if the wind takes it?
I always at minimum
somebody's fucking bumper.
Yeah, at minimum I always at least hit the cart corral.
Correction.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, we'll be all right. We're gonna figure it out. But usually
puts his business cards on there.
I'll get it strong enough of a roll that we hit the cart corral, and usually it stops
that's
like
fair.
we might not make it in though. We might not make it in.
But you're
stops like
you're
right
close
there,
enough.
and I'm like,
that's a valiant effort.
Yeah, somebody needs a job putting it away. It's not too
so
far.
that night I was telling you guys that I ended up, it had to be 30 carts that I moved. What I noticed was happening.
What made you do it though?
Well,
like, in what point did you walk outside and say, somebody's got to clean these carts up? I better do this.
Pretty quickly, dude. I went to the car, or I went to the truck, and there were like 5 carts near me. All right? So I just grabbed those 5. Then I noticed people that created their own little cart spot that wasn't the correct spot. It was just in the parking lot. So I watched 2 people bring their carts over to this other area of the parking lot and put them in this spot. So then I just grabbed everything that was in the spot, put them all together in like one line and like walked them all the way over to the thing. So like total, it had to be like 50 carts.
Now, what if somebody yelled at you for doing their job?
Who's going to yell, man? The
I
guy
don't
whose
know,
job
bro.
it is?
My first job was at Food Town in Raintree and Freehold.
Right.
My favorite thing to do was get the carts. They gave us this little thing to drive. You drove into the cart.
Oh, yeah, they had that at Costco.
It was fucking awesome.
There was a lot
pissed
more.
if you were picking up shopping carts.
There was a lot more cart etiquette back then. Like these guys could use some help.
Yeah.
Everyone's neglecting the cart.
Yeah, but
I'm so
that
glad
says
we're
a lot
talking
of-
about this, and I'm so glad it pisses Evan off because I hate
but
that.
it says a lot about society today, right? So think about we're talking about a
selfish.
shopping cart. People are selfish. They only see themselves. They don't give a shit about anything else.
It's
If
when-
it inconveniences you, it doesn't matter.
It's when you're walking out of Wegmans, and they're all the same. They're all 55 to 70-year-old women, in particular, and the entrance where the carts are. Like, they leave them right there. And it's like, people are walking. It's like when you walk into a food store and people immediately stop and, like, pull out, like, their phone or their wallet. It's like, walk another 20 feet and then pull it out.
True.
This is the funnel of where everybody's walking through.
True.
So I'm gonna change the topic and stick with food stores for a second. I walk into ShopRite the other day. It's a Sunday. Usually I just try to grab the little hand basket. Well, because I'm not doing like a full food shop.
Right.
There's a hand basket. I thought there was only one. Now I'm grabbing it. It's not coming out.
Oh, yeah.
I sat there for what had to be 10 minutes trying to figure out what was wrong. Not because I needed it, because now I'm confused. The fucking basket was zip tied to the bottom, so everybody knew that that's where you put the basket.
Oh.
You know how stupid I felt?
You just pull the whole stand out and carry it around.
Bro, I'm picking it up and the thing's not coming out. Now I'm standing on the stand trying to pull it. Everybody's looking at me. I don't know why anybody didn't just say, like, bro, it's zip tied.
What is this caveman doing?
And I just kept getting angry about it. And I feel like such a moron telling you guys this.
Oh, that's so funny.
Yeah, but like that, maybe people should pay more attention because you never see hand baskets scattered around the
That's
food
true.
store.
That's true. The hand basket etiquette is definitely on
It's
point.
there.
Unless
They
they
make
got
their way
somebody
back.
over there that's just gathering them.
Different class of shopper. you
Probably.
know? When
Yeah,
I'm
probably.
in there and I'm rocking my hand basket, in, out, real quick, the basket is right there to drop it on your way out of the store, and we're done. Instead, I got to walk across the goddamn parking lot with this fucking shopping cart.
That's why you park next to the rat. Like,
Oh,
the,
100%.
That's a terrible decision. There's some moron like me throwing a shopping cart across the parking lot.
Yeah, but we
It's gonna
don't think
take out
like
the side
that.
of your car.
Straight.
Yeah, but we don't think like that. Sorry.
No, you're
because we're
good.
not that guy. So, like, yeah, that's my spot. Like,
Thanks
I
for
always
judging
park
me,
as
Pete.
close to the cart. What do they even call that thing? Cart rack?
Cart corral.
Cart corral.
Cart corral.
Okay. I get as close to the cart corral as possible.
I think it's what it's called. I might be an idiot.
No, that's cool. It's got a good flow to it. But I try to park in close proximity to that. But either way, I'm getting my steps in. And that night that I'm telling you about, I noticed this when I first pulled up. So, like, I set my mind before I went food shopping. I was like, when you get out of here, you are going to clear this parking lot. And if there was an employee that was pissed at me, he definitely wasn't, because I only did maybe an eighth of what was actually out there.
I
only
said
did
you
a
were
very
gonna
small
clear the
percentage.
parking lot.
I only did a very small percentage in proximity to where I was at. I mean, it's a big parking lot, but like
Which one were you at?
store?
right up here at ShopRite.
Yeah,
but like
that parking
what you
lot's
could
huge.
see, like the areas that I was around, I got cleaned up. But there was also a lot of areas that I could see, and I'm like, I'm not going that far.
Wait, where's
I'm
the
not going
ShopRite
that
over
far.
here?
It's right up here on
think
Route
the one on
9.
Jackson.
It's right up here
9
on
and
Route
Friendship
9.
Road. Or
Pretty
New
close to
Friendship.
Certified.
Yeah.
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 Right by
Yeah.
the Sonic.
Yeah.
In there.
All right.
But that
Used to be Kmart, right?
yeah,
Yeah,
long time ago.
Kmart.
I can't even believe you're old enough to know that. How you're like 28, right?
28.
You look like you're 13. I don't know how you do it. Me, I'm 38. I look like I'm 75. I feel like I'm 80. Hoping this IV really does the trick. Gives me like a fountain of youth effect.
There you go.
Then I'll start collecting shopping carts at ShopRite.
There you go.
So, Bill, how you been feeling, man? We keep
Fucked up, bro.
coming
Fucked
back.
up. I'm so fucked up.
I feel like every week we keep coming back to you plugging and playing. Did you plug and play at all?
No,
Are you still
zero.
racking
Yesterday,
sleep?
I lost my shit. I ate like a fucking animal. I banged out a couple Krispy Kreme donuts. I must have ate 12 cookies.
You were telling us with
Fucked up.
somebody, oh, it was Rega, you were telling us that you kind of stress eat.
Oh, yeah.
Is that
this
what you
was
were doing
much
again?
better. One breakdown in the 3 weeks my dad's in the hospital.
Oh, okay.
I'll take that. This would have been every day. But poor choices yesterday. It is what it is. I've been pretty good, but I'm stressed. I'm dealing with it a lot better than I thought I would. Just
Good.
not that anything's majorly wrong. I mean, my dad, you see him, you talk to him, he's doing all right. But he's in the hospital 3 weeks. And that's never good. And that breeds a ton of stress on him and a ton of stress for me, my brother, my mother. It's rough. It really is. I mean, Sam knows I got a pretty hectic life to begin with.
Right.
And I don't need trips to the hospital. I mean, you put my
That's the
father in
thing.
Alaska, I'm going to go. But I don't need to be back and forth three times a day, 2 hours a clip, talking to doctors, talking to my mom, talking to Michael. Then I come back to work.
You been doing anything for yourself lately?
Zero. I talked to you. I
You
talked
gotta
to
work on
Ev.
that.
We're getting an IV today. I'm taking Max to the high school wrestling match tomorrow. We're
Oh,
gonna
good.
just bro out a little bit. Watch,
Yeah,
watch
Hell
that.
versus Marlboro.
I promised JJ I'd go to their opening match.
Oh,
so
good.
that'll be a nice night. Lou
We're going to
actually
be on the other side of what road is that? Squonkam Yellowbrook? We're going
Yeah.
to be on the other side of the road at the middle school tomorrow night.
Yeah, they canceled Little Sharks for us.
Yeah, I figured.
So we could go, and that's cool. And then Sunday, I'll get a really nice day with Max. We have the Santa Showdown,
Yeah, I'll
and
be
I
there.
plan on going driving Saturday morning. So I should
Good.
get a nice self-fulfilling couple days, or self-gratifying. I
Driving
guess.
like on track or
No. We do every year. Northeast Drivers Club, or NEDC, which I'm a member of, does a Toys for Tots exotic car drive,
Oh, sweet.
and we'll meet in New Brunswick. The cops will bring us to. Now they do it at a school because the event's gotten really big, and we'll do a police escort drive
Nice.
into North Brunswick and donate a bunch of toys. But it'll be a spirited drive up for me. You know, I won't be breaking any laws, but we'll be getting to the speed limit quickly, and it'll be a nice release for me.
Good.
Speaking of driving, did Santa come around your neighborhoods yet?
No, but I can't believe you said that, dude.
I'll tell you a story
I was
after
on
Pete's
Howell
done.
Happenings last night, bro. And some lady puts up a poster like what I think it was Howell Happenings, but you know how they have like these local town pages, right? Some lady just moved in from Staten Island.
Was she the one complaining about the sirens?
Bro, I don't know if she was complaining, but I was in the comments, bro. I was in the comments. I read almost every single comment. And she pretty much puts up a post about Santa. And then everyone kept saying, like,
What do they not
people
do it up
just,
there?
like, telephone tough guys are so mean.
Yeah.
She's from Staten Island. She was just curious.
What-
You
I
know,
think she
usually
asked
when
what the
people write
sirens were,
questions,
yeah.
like usually when people write questions on the town page, like the first thing that comes up to me is like Google it. But
Yeah.
anyway,
Yeah.
she just wrote up like a post and said like, "What's up with the sirens? Like, is everybody all right?" And everybody's like, "Oh, did you just move? You never lived here? Like, you obviously just moved here? Like, people just hitting her with
Dude,
dingers.
Facebook people are the worst.
Yo,
It's like you go
give
on
your
like
thumbs a rest.
There's no accountability, though. We discussed
Say
it.
it to my face.
Yeah, we discussed it.
You
That
say
doesn't.
whatever you want behind the phone,
Yeah.
bro. And everyone's like attacking this lady. The one guy said like some type of vulgar comment right off the gate, and like you see like in her profile picture, like she's married. Like, dog, fucking.
That's rough.
Her husband's gonna be over
I
at your
did,
house, bro.
I did make some vulgar comments last night to my neighbor about Santa Claus.
Okay, not on a social media town
No,
page.
It was in a group text with my
Okay.
neighbors. So Kevin, my neighbor, who I'm really close with, texts us that Santa's coming around and get the kids ready and blah, blah, blah. We hear the sirens. I tell Rosie, I tell Max. Then it turns out Kev sends another text. I spoke to the fire department. They started late. Santa's coming tomorrow. Now I got to explain to Rosie, who's sitting outside and can see the lights and the development behind us
Ooh.
with her fucking jacket on. She loses it.
Dang.
So now everybody's messing
Oh wait,
with
so it's
Kev.
tonight?
Yeah, and I'm not going to be home. I have to do Shop with a Cop in Howell at Target, which will be fun. We do that every year.
You said I gotta. That's really cool, and that keeps your tank full for you.
Shop with the cop?
So Shop with a Cop. So every year, Howell, this year they did 2 events. In my family, we always do the overages at Target for the Shop with a Cop. They take all or a group of underprivileged or Howell's most underprivileged youth out of the school system. That's how they figure it out. And they shop for them.
Awesome.
The kids get to go pick whatever within X amount of dollars, and me and my family cover the overages. And it's a really fulfilling thing. You know, I've always said I love giving back, and I love giving back because I'm blessed.
Dude, you do a lot.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, but I do a lot because I have a lot. And I don't,
like quietly too.
yeah.
That's the best part.
Yeah.
So I don't need everybody to know about it. You know, there's people, you know, I've said it. I can't really fix me or the shit that I'm going through. So non-traditional stuff does work for me. I don't know if I'd be alive if it wasn't for like my ability to give back and my ability to answer the phone when somebody I know is struggling or whatever. But going to an event like this and seeing children that are less fortunate than my spoiled ass kids that I do love so much, but being able to put a smile on their face. Like last year,
Nothing better.
last year I saw a kid that wanted to buy something for their sibling because their sibling didn't have anything, and they said they didn't want anything, they just wanted to get a gift for their brother or sister. And it's really eye-opening. And what me and my brother did, because there weren't a lot of overages, we asked some people to pick 2 kids, and it turned out they were brother and sister, and we bought them whatever they wanted at the end of the night. We wound up buying them like $800 worth of stuff. They got, the one kid wanted what are the hoverboard and some other stuff, a Nintendo Switch, whatever it was. But I mean, that's like materialistic stuff, and we do a lot of good just in whether it's giving time or money. But seeing a kid smile that doesn't have much to smile about, bro, that's what gets it done. But now back to Kevin. Everybody's laying into him, and my other neighbor Kev says that he's going to send his 3-year-old son Sean over to fist fight him. I send a video of Rosie freaking out. She had a meltdown for like 25 minutes. Ooh. And I said, Kev, I'm going to Billy Madison you. I'm bringing over a bag of dog shit and setting it on fire on your porch. But it was funny, you know, just in the context of talking about Santa. Yeah. But
my mom sent it because they live over by like Johnson and Crawford, off Aldrich.
Oh, okay.
And they, I guess it came by like a couple days ago, or last week or something, and sent it into the family group chat, my brothers and I, and like I still get chills when I like, she sent me the video and I got chills.
Nice.
I was like, oh man, I remember that feeling.
Yeah.
And you know, like for me, I see the joy my kids get out of that, and you know, in their mind, they're getting everything and then some on Christmas. But that's why I do Shop with a Cop, because there's kids that see Santa
that don't,
and like,
yeah,
the means aren't there to really to spoil them at Christmas time.
They think that he actually like missed their house.
Yeah, and I'm in a position, and I hope it translates to my children, because I come from a very giving family. I'm going to wake up tomorrow, I'm going to work, I'm hoping I'll always be able to figure out how to make money. Whatever blessings I have today, I want to bestow on somebody who doesn't have that ability. So I hope my kids go through that. I'm bringing Max with me tonight, just because Rosie has cheerleading. But if you guys want to come, you're more than welcome to stop by. It's actually a really cool event. You know, Howell's blessed. Howell's got one of the best police departments around. They're always interacting in the community. They do so much, and this is one of my favorite events. I've been to every PBA dinner that you could ask for, every golf outing. This touches people.
Yeah, that's
and
huge, dude.
So important.
Yeah, I feel like the world needs a lot more than that. So, Ev, being that we're like 14 weeks in, how quickly did you get to see Billy's heart and his giving nature? Was
right
it something
away.
you caught on pretty quick?
Well, yeah,
I try to hide that. I don't want everybody knowing how soft I am.
If you're co-signed by Pete, then that goes a long way. So it's like,
I actually feel the same about you.
yeah.
We instantly, Pete says, Ev's good. Ev's good. I
That's
got to know
it.
nothing.
That's it.
No, I appreciate
His
that. And I
word carries
appreciate
a lot.
me being the common ground, for you guys to like and trust each other. But it's been really amazing, dude. It's been really amazing. I know we said it last week, but we came on here saying, hey man, let's try to help somebody. I had all these struggles last year, and all these battles that we're all fighting on a daily basis, and everybody kind of just chalks it up and acts like a tough guy, like nothing's going on and everything's all right. I'm gonna be fine, and suck it up, stop being a bitch. Yeah. And then, here we are, 14 weeks later, saying, damn, man, where do you freaking two that really benefited from this?
Bro,
And,
honestly, I think that I have gotten so much benefit from it. Just like I said, non-traditional therapy for me is this. Traditional doesn't work. I don't know where I'd be because it's been fucking dark, especially the last 3 weeks. Leading up to starting this, it was dark. Pete,
do you think that was what gave you the motivation to finally get this thing going?
It might be. But we discussed it so much, and you know me, I'm pretty much like a let's take action kind of guy. But maybe it was like, when you knew you had to get in the cold shower and you needed to feel better. Yeah. Maybe I subconsciously did this because I knew I needed to try something different. And, I got to be honest, it fucking worked. Like, I'm not saying I'm great, but I'm better than I was, which is really the only goal. And it's not because of me. It's because of Pete. It's because of Ev. It's because of Dalton, Tom, Ian, Alan. It's a team effort here, and I'm a big team guy. So, we're on the same team. You guys call me for anything at any time. And there's people in this room have called me at any time for anything, and I've answered. And I always will. But I needed this, and I need it going forward. And I don't know if anybody that watches this actually benefits. I think they do, that they say they do, but I benefit. So whether or not that means anything to anybody else counts for me, dude. I'm good to sit here. We can do this fucking forever.
That could actually be a trickle down on other people. If they could notice that somebody else has made positive improvements, then they could find ways to, personally improve themselves. Now, Ev, your dad became a fan week 1, right?
And that was that was such a disaster of an episode.
He's always been a fan of you, but
I appreciate that. Yeah. But I remember we didn't know what the hell was going on. Billy was a nervous wreck, and I remember your dad having some great stuff to say.
I was so bad.
Yeah, you weren't. You weren't.
Bro, that was a rough one. I didn't know which way was up.
Yeah.
Your father had to be like, "Who is this moron?"
No, dude. I think he was probably thrilled that people are coming out here and just talking about how shit gets at times, man.
Yeah, there wasn't even a set topic for that week, but
no, we didn't stop talking. We did a mic check that turned into an hour-and-a-half conversation.
Yeah, that's right. That was the pilot.
That's right, the pilot.
Yeah. Oh my God. And look at us now. We're so refined. You'd think we're in episode 150 at this point.
Yeah. Refined.
We're
big time.
Yeah, we got IVs now.
Yeah, we're big time.
Are we going to be shooting testosterone?
Yeah.
You want the truth? Enough people ask me if I'm taking steroids. I'm down to maybe try some TRT for the team. It might work. I don't know. If Pete's willing to do it, I'll take a shot.
No, it's not that I'm willing to do it, but I was saying that we were talking about earlier.
No,
Abby's like, just do it, whatever. Abby's like, just do it, whatever. And I was like, yeah, no, I really don't think that I want to right now. But I said maybe when I get older and my levels are legit lower, then I'll do it. Maybe, or I'll consider doing it.
You're like me. You're such a people pleaser that if somebody came on here and was talking about all the benefits and was like, I'll hook you up. You even if you didn't need it, you'd be like, yeah, I'll do it. And then you're on it for life.
Man. I'm all about going straight natty. Do you remember Preston Brown from high school?
Oh yeah,
he went to Jackson.
Yeah, Jackson. Yeah.
Well, I wrestled him in the district finals, and he accused me of taking steroids, and it was the best compliment I ever got in my life. I know.
He was shredded.
He was. But I got wind because he was from Howell. He went to Aldridge, so he was a Howell kid that ended up at Jackson.
Oh, no shit.
And that was the greatest compliment ever. I was like, oh my God.
That's wild.
I'm natty light, but this guy thinks I'm on steroids. I'll take it.
I like the direction that everybody's going, and with not just working out and being natural, but just overall, your diet and everything. Everybody's way more conscious. Yeah. Conscious. Way more sober. It's it's good. Even the younger generation who is it's usually the younger generation at present is they're kind of the renegades or whatever.
Yeah.
But they're the most present, dialed in. And
but I'm wondering though, Ev, if that's the people that you're around and the conversations that you're having, or I wonder or is that the norm for
No,
young
I don't-
people?
I
Because
don't think
I
it
said
is.
the
I
same
think that's
thing.
what you're around.
It's not necessarily the norm, but I
Yeah,
know that
I've noticed the same thing you have, and I
Yeah.
said that to somebody, and I think they were younger,
Mm-hmm.
and they were like, "Nah, dude, like it might seem
Yeah,
like
it's-
that."
that's not
and I was like,
reality.
"Oh, all right," because I'm like comparing Dalton, Ethan, like these young bucks that we see, like they're doing awesome things.
Yeah, but there's a lot of kids that are doing.
That's
Yeah.
the thing. Like, and there's an awareness.
it is
now.
way more accessible. I mean, kids are
Yeah.
just like vaping in school. But
True.
maybe it's just my
That's a whole
algorithm
nother
talking
thing.
to me because like I just feel like it could just be
Me
my
too.
algorithm
No,
talking
I
to me.
feel and have said the same exact thing, but I just wonder if that's the norm or if that's just who we've been connecting with and talking to lately.
See, but you
because
guys-
I feel like there's a whole nother side that we're not experiencing.
There is.
Yeah.
You guys
You
gotta
know?
remember, in my business, I interact with a ton of people.
Yeah.
I see all walks of life.
Yeah.
Some for good reasons, some for bad. And there is a whole world of people that are doing the opposite of what you think.
Yeah,
Yeah. I think.
It's you're exposed to people that are in your circle on a daily basis. I have to interact with 300 people.
We're straight everybody.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
you see all
That's a
walks
good
of life at
sample size,
all
too.
times.
Yeah,
you know?
but Ev, you and I have spoke about the young people being aware and disconnecting from alcohol, which I think is
That's
huge
what- yeah,
for
even-
young people.
yeah, but
even-
I don't think that's happening.
Well,
I think-
but there is a whole movement on it. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah,
like
but
a lot of people.
Now that people might be going, the younger kids might be going harder in like smoking more weed because now you can just throw it in a vape and it's way more discreet and it's
Yeah.
way more accessible and it's legal. Drinking though, I feel like
Yeah,
I think that is something that people kind of have pulled back on.
I think so
A
too.
little bit.
Overall, man, I
Maybe
really
it's
do.
but they might be replacing that with more dangerous vices.
I don't know, because I feel like everybody I see, obviously I'm the outcast, or in a sense I'm the one that's different. It's let's get fucked up, like let's take shots, like
Just everybody, all age groups are kind of like the cats that are around
I mean,
you.
I have nieces and nephews that drink and they're
Right.
young and like it's cool. Like I mean, I know what I was doing at 21.
True.
But I don't know. Like I mean, especially maybe I'm focusing more on like our contemporaries, like people my age that I know.
Right, who have been at it now for
Yeah.
literally over 20
And
years.
bro, it's sad to me to see some people like you're out. Listen, you guys were at a wedding. I'm sure there were people there that their only focus was drinking. Like how many drinks they could get.
Yeah.
I don't understand that at this point in my life. I just don't get it. Like
Yeah, it's very mental. I think that I was able to have a good time at the wedding because I spent a lot of weddings over the years feeling kind of like awkward from not drinking, which is like getting back to like societal norm and
Yeah.
everything. But like I feel like the drinking even more, it was like very accessible. Like for our parents and everything, and
Yeah.
like the cops would pull them over, and like we hear
Different
stories that like
times.
they get pulled over, the cops would take the beer,
Yeah.
and let
So
them
they
go
gotta
home,
go
and they were getting in more trouble with their parents than they
Sam,
would.
what are you doing there?
With law enforcement.
Not to cut
She
you
told us
off.
this in the beginning.
This is the glutathione. So this is the antioxidant that is like the master cell replenisher. So it
So it is
IV.
kind of like a fountain of youth.
Yeah.
All right.
You're gonna feel fabulous.
All right. I
so
already
I'm
do.
going to flush a little bit, push this through very slowly. So you might feel a little off, and it's only because your body might be low in this glutathione, and not many people know that they're low in this vitamin.
All
You
right,
might
cool.
taste it too, right? Is that true?
Yeah, you might. A lot of the times you'll taste, so which I didn't mention earlier, IV or vitamins you take orally are not like readily available to your body. So your body, like you'll take them and they're not fully absorbed, whereas this is going straight to your bloodstream, and you'll like it's more potent than what you would get orally.
Okay. I just only reason I had
There you
her
go.
interrupt you was I didn't want people seeing her doing stuff down there and get confused
Right.
like something was wrong.
Look at
She told us that in the beginning.
Look at Pete. Pete's got fire hoses for veins.
know.
Look at mine.
Oh, is
Still-
that
You
why?
started first.
Is it
today,
the vein thing?
or
Yeah.
second, and
He's got
like,
fire hoses for veins.
How are mine?
I'm pretty good.
right.
Everybody's
You're
moving.
almost good.
Everybody's
Done
moving and
over that.
shaking. Wow,
you
I've
feel it?
literally felt that,
Yeah.
and I kind of like smelt and tasted
So
something
what did
like
it feel
Evan just
like?
said.
Right.
Or you just felt the sensation?
It's like-
Something, yeah, like
Yeah.
something just hit. Like, yeah,
Right.
literally hit me. Like I smell it.
Yeah, your
Cool.
That's
body
wild.
could be low.
I
and
probably
need
I
it.
probably am low and need it.
Yeah.
So I'm super glad you're here. Yeah, I wasn't feeling well for a few days there.
You know, I wonder
I
if
lost
that's
my
one of
voice.
those things that like Gary Brecka would find.
Have
I know.
you heard about that guy Brian Johnson, who's like trying to reverse aging?
Oh,
Reverse his aging.
Tell us
Dude,
more.
What's his deal?
Dude, it's crazy. So he was
He's on TRT.
Wow.
Yeah.
Kind of like feeling my hands.
He,
a little
I
tingly.
forget
Yeah.
what like his daily protocol is, but it's like he was either like an early PayPal. He might be the founder of Venmo and then sold Venmo.
Okay.
So he's like a multi-billionaire.
Oof.
He's spending like $7 million a year or something on reversing his age,
Damn.
and he's like biologically reversed his age. I think by like 7 or 10 years.
Shut up.
Golly.
Yeah, dude. But he looks crazy.
Does he?
He looks like he's all Botoxed out. His skin is like all tight and stuff. But
It's actually Brotox if a guy gets that.
Botox.
Yeah, you got to switch it to Brotox if a guy gets
Dude,
Botox.
he's got a blood train going between him, his 17-year-old son, and his father, where they're doing blood transfusions from his
Golly.
17-year-old son into him, and then from him into his father.
Dude,
That's like
I don't know, man. That sounds
That's
cool
crazy.
and all,
No,
but
it doesn't
like,
sound cool. It
you
sounds
get
No,
a
not that.
transfusion, bro?
I'm not saying we should be doing that.
No.
I
I'm
know,
just
it's-
saying, like in general, like
Yeah.
that's intense.
It's serious. He's like, I'm gonna live to like 150.
Well, that's what I was gonna say. Like, if he's already basically like subtract like 10 years, or I guess you
Like,
subtract
his
10 years,
markers
then
are
he's
back
gonna.
like 10 years.
Yeah, but think about what he's doing though. Is it even worth it? Like you're on a constant blood cycle. I
don't
mean,
know.
He's doing that. He eats the same thing every day down to the calorie, the same number of calories every day.
I get that, but I don't know if I want to start taking my kid's blood and
No,
all
no
that.
way.
If
This
that
is
can
like-
add another 50.
Do you even want to live forever?
no,
No, right?
nope. Especially if you're the only one living forever.
Yeah.
You know how many funerals you're going to?
Yeah.
That's
You know
true,
how
dude.
fucking sad that shit's going to be? And now
Yeah.
you got to make new friends over again, over and
Yeah.
over and over. I don't
Right?
like
If you're
anybody.
135, like where are you meeting your friends?
like,
Bingo.
what the fuck?
Yeah.
Yeah, everybody's dead.
And you're
Yeah.
just running circles around everybody else because you got 17-year-old blood in your system.
I don't want to be the last guy to
That's
die.
wild, but I also think that's pretty cool. You know, like at the exact same time. Like,
It is cool.
you know, we got these robots going on around us now. Like, is there going to be like a human robot combo type thing going? People living to $150. I don't know, man. My friend Mikey Corley, that's coming on a little bit, he is very adamant on living past 100. That's like his
what
ultimate
is
goal.
that saying? It's like humans are the sex organs of the machine world.
Yeah,
It's like the futurists, whatever futurists
Yeah.
said that.
yeah.
We're all gonna be robots.
You can see that. I feel like we're getting close to that.
Yeah.
We're getting real close to that, like human
Yeah.
robot combo. And I think
Bro,
there's gonna
like,
be.
look at that, like the AI shit.
I know.
Like, you're basically replacing people. Like
know.
in the automotive space,
Yeah.
you could replace like a BDC desk
Yeah.
with an AI platform
Yeah.
that answers everything and puts all of your information together for text and email and sets appointments. It's
I
pretty
know.
crazy.
I know. I saw this article on like jobs that could be replaced by robots, but like within like the next 10 years, and I couldn't believe that it was even like like people who were statisticians or
Yeah.
even like accounting, like all these
Yeah.
things that like you needed like all this education
Yeah.
for and all this
Those would be the
experience.
first ones to go. They're
Yeah.
like the data-driven ones. where
Yeah,
it's
anything
numbers.
data
We're
driven.
gonna be stuck with hard labor jobs.
Well,
That's it.
There's
Even
going to be a
creative
high
stuff
demand
is-
for that
yeah.
stuff soon.
Yeah.
They pushed everybody to college, you know, for all those years.
Yeah.
And then now any type of trades, like the boomers are going to be all retired in no
Yeah.
time. Like there's going to be a huge gap.
It's gonna
where
drive
at least-
wages up for those workers
That's
as
what
well.
I've been saying for a
Yeah.
while.
Yeah.
I have a friend who's a welder, and I'm like, dude, just give it 10, 15 years. There's
Yeah.
no friggin' welders around.
Yeah.
Like, look around you, bro. Everyone that you
Welding is
work
a
with is in their
dying art.
60s.
But
Yeah.
welding's one of those things that they can get a robot to do.
Oh, really?
Yeah, there are machines that weld. Like
Where's
in
the
factories
balancing
and
act
stuff.
between the robots and the humans? Like, when do we say, all right, robots,
Enough's
we got to
enough.
save some for us? Because what are we going to be doing? How are we
We're
gonna
gonna
be earning a
working for
living?
them. We're going to
Working
be
for the robots.
Yeah.
Yikes.
So think about the fact that we're even having this conversation.
I know.
That like you can go to McDonald's and you don't have to see anybody.
Yeah.
You know, there's no interaction. That's like life now, and that's where we're headed. We're gonna be, self checkouts and you don't
Does
need
Whole Foods
staff.
have that? Does Whole Foods have like that like cart where you put it in the cart and it automatically?
Oh, I don't know about that.
I don't think
is Whole Foods owned by Amazon?
Yeah.
Then yes, they do. But it's not in all stores. But if you put the product in the shopping cart,
it recognizes
it's got the technology to recognize the SKU or whatever.
Yeah.
You don't even have to check out.
You just walk out.
Yeah, you just walk out of the store.
And it's just linked to your Prime account. You're paid.
That's ridiculous.
It's wild.
The store.
Did you see what they have in China with like a simple, like they use jaywalking as an example? And like they have like this facial ID, like they know you're walking and everything. And like if you jaywalk in China, they have like access to your bank accounts and everything else.
Your social credit score.
And it lowers your social credit score, which ultimately, if your score is low enough, you can't play video games.
Every cart you don't put back.
Get out of here.
Every cart you don't put back.
And like, it's a different part of the world, but it's still the world that we're living in, and like that stuff's happening there.
China has a different like interface for TikTok than like
I know that too. I know that too.
So like I think theirs shuts off like at night at like a certain time if you're under an age. But they also show like educational videos.
Yeah, how to make money, and we just get whatever.
And, like
I see some wild shit on TikTok.
Yeah, Mason's on my TikTok like every day. Or maybe not every day, but like definitely when we go to wrestling practice and stuff, like the way there, the way back, and I'm like, no, you don't like that post because like this is my TikTok. Like I don't like that video. Like you don't want to see it. I don't like
algorithm. Yeah,
but now my whole
Fortnite moves.
Yeah, my whole algorithm is NFL football, like whether it's Madden, and like anything to do with the NFL. But
that's kind of cool.
But he's on my phone, so TikTok doesn't know that there's a young kid on it, and all these videos that they're cursing. Like I'm constantly telling them, change that, don't watch that. No, but last night at practice, I lost my cool.
You did at practice?
Yeah.
I've seen you run a practice for a long time, many practices.
Yeah.
Rare you lose your cool. I feel like we should have led with this because now I want to know all about it.
Well, I texted the head football coach, who I coach with in the fall, Dave, and I'm like, yo, was that too much? He's like, not at all.
Practice.
No, well, it was at wrestling, but his kid wrestles.
I hear he's a great guy.
There. He's an amazing guy. So I texted him right after practice. I'm like, yo, was that too much? And he's like, not at all. No, Porta's son is in Little Sharks. We're gonna see him on Sunday.
Yeah,
but Dave Porta's the man too.
You're going to see the showdown?
Yeah. Mason's wrestling too.
Oh, good.
Yeah,
good. You could go in Max's corner hopefully if there's time.
I definitely will be.
I can't do that.
Definitely will be. We have a lot of kids in this group. I think there's like 50 maybe 60.
Yeah,
I don't know.
they had 50 spots.
It feels more than that. But it was really just me. Like some of the other guys weren't around, and I had to like take attendance, get everybody's experience level to get the Devo matches set up for Thursday night. So like the regular warm up and practice vibe was a little bit different. And then I wasn't there Thursday because we had the wedding. So I just got to a point where I was like, this is a warning. You think Brick is laughing right now? We're wrestling them Thursday. I'm like, you think Brick is laughing right now? They're practicing hard. Who's ready to go? And like they would be like, yeah. I'm like, I'm not looking for answers. I'm like, who's ready to go? And then like they'd answer me again, and I'm like, prove it in your actions. I'm like, don't be crying to your mom when you come off the mat. I'm like, I just like blacked out and like lost my cool.
Now, were there parents in the room?
Yeah, dude. Place was riddled with parents. But yeah, anyone that I was like justifying, like, was I all right last night? Everybody's like, no, they needed it.
Yeah.
They were just going crazy, dude. And like, so then at the end, I'm like, hey guys, like, I choose to be kind. Like, do I give you guys good vibes? They're like, yeah. Am I always nice to you guys? Yeah. Well, you guys can't disrespect me. Don't disrespect me. And then I said to the football coach, I'm like, yo, if you need me to hit that level during the fall, let me know. I got it in me. I just choose not to.
Yeah.
But then we have practice tonight, so I don't know if there's gonna be like I just keep kind of worst case and everything, but like I don't know if there's gonna be less kids there. I don't know if these kids that like don't
I
even
feel
like
like
wrestling aren't showing up tonight.
The parents probably want you to go harder on their
They
kids.
probably do.
They're probably like
They appreciate that. Like, all
Yeah.
right, so it sounds crazy. We coach 5 and 6 year olds, me and Scott, for football, but we treat them. I mean, we're not there to babysit. So,
Right.
like, do your job. We're not here to mess around. And the parents absolutely love that.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm
but
sure.
You're like a pessimist in that sense. You always think, and so do I. But it's surprising for you because you've been coaching for so long and you've been doing it so well. You've impacted so many youth. You know where you're at. I don't even know why you question your performance.
Well, I think that it had to do with like I got mad parents questions before practice. I had to do attendance. Like there was a lot of factors that got me there. I think if I wasn't getting all those questions for the parents, I didn't have to take attendance and get everybody, doing what we needed to do for that first half hour.
But that's why you were stressed.
I might not have lost it.
Yeah,
so that's why I felt like it was kind of on
your
me.
performance, everybody knows who you are. Everybody knows where your heart's at.
Yeah, I just always feel for the kids. I always feel for the kids, and I don't want anybody to feel the way I once did out there.
You're not that guy, bro.
You know what I mean?
You're not that guy. I've seen a million kids that, not a million, obviously, but I've seen an entire town's high school team crumble at the thought of Coach Pete just because they love you so much. They hold you on a pedestal, whether you're hard on them because they need it or you're soft on them because they need to be coddled.
Yeah, dude, these young kids these days are just straight knuckleheads. Like we were always knuckleheads, but these kids are just turbocharged, man.
Yeah.
And I really feel for them. Like that's why I felt bad yelling at them because like I feel for you. Like it's not their fault.
Yeah, but a lot of them are wound up too.
They live in a
because-
different world.
Yeah,
than we
they're
grew up
sitting
in.
inside playing video games or whatever. Like I was outside on my
It's
bike
all day. That's what I was
It didn't
talking about
matter.
earlier when I was talking
Winter,
this out.
summer, rain, snow. I was outside.
yeah, winter's also a tough sport. Or winter, it's a tough season because
Can't go
everybody's-
outside.
Yeah,
Can't get the energy out.
they've got it all.
Not as
revved
much
up for you.
sunlight. Already kind of feeling down and out.
Yeah.
But we got the Santa Showdown going. Evan took an epic video last year of Mason's first ever wrestling match.
I think I saw it.
It was awesome, dude.
Yeah.
It was
Ev, you
actually the
coming
video
through
that I got
Sunday?
the most likes on Instagram.
Sunday
Or the most views.
I think so.
You're
I think
gonna
I
be
can,
there?
Yeah.
Oh,
no, I
snap.
think I can. What, Old
Yeah.
Bridge again?
Old
Yeah.
Bridge
Old
again. I got like 15,000 views on that video,
Yeah.
by the way.
Yeah.
And
I think it's like 30,000 on TikTok too.
no way.
Something like that.
I don't even. It's only Mason
Bro,
on
come
TikTok.
look
I
me
gotta
up with
check
a
it
video
out.
for Max.
It'll be his first match ever.
It is his first
First
match
ever
ever.
match. Is he wearing the RWC singlet?
Of course he
I
is.
love
You
it.
know what his favorite shorts are to wear now?
What?
The RWC shorts.
finally fit him.
Wears them every night now.
They're comfy.
He's wearing the shorts with the singlet on Sunday.
Nice.
I can't get him to commit to putting headgear on.
If I can be there, I'll film his first match.
Yo, that's
Nice.
my guy.
Yeah.
So Ev had me mic'd up that day. I was like almost crying.
Yeah, don't mic me up.
I was like almost crying. Or actually, I think I did cry. And I like gave him a hug. It was all captured.
Yeah.
And then I show Mason the video this year. I'm like, remember this? And he's like, did Evan do that? And I'm like, yeah. And he's like, who's Evan? The guy who looks like Daniel Jones? I'm like, yeah, that's him. We were talking about Daniel Jones last night. Because now they got Tommy Cutlets.
I love
That's a
Tommy
whole vibe.
DeVito, boy.
I love that vibe.
Listen, he ain't the best quarterback, but he's a hell of a story.
My man was poised under pressure Monday night. I
Yeah.
stayed up and watched the whole game.
Made no mistakes. Mistake-free football.
Yeah.
The kid's winning.
Yeah.
You can't fault him for that.
For sure.
I walk around my office, and every time I see Scott, I give him the cutlet.
Where's he from? He's from Jersey?
Yeah.
I know he went to Don Bosco.
I think he's from
Oh,
Cedar,
Bosco.
Cedar
Yeah.
Bridge or whatever.
Cedar Ridge?
Cedar
Grove?
Yeah, Cedar Grove, that's it. I
One of
think,
those.
Oh,
maybe.
I know he's a Boston
Yeah,
kid.
yeah.
Where'd he go to college?
I'm not sure.
I don't know.
I feel like they brought it up, but I saw some highlights. He played in the championship versus Del Barton at MetLife, and they
Yeah.
showed the highlights from
Oh,
like
no
2015 the other
I
night.
mean, listen, you got a kid that was undrafted, walked in, never should have even been a discussion, and he comes out the gate, and he's not bad.
Swag.
He wrote himself a ticket. He's going to land. He might get himself a job somewhere
I hope
as a
they keep
starter,
him in.
but he's definitely a backup for sure.
Some of Jersey's best athletes are just like hardcore Italians. It's like you got Siriano, you got
Oh, yeah.
Ashenalt.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, Del Barton's like whole team is
Well, yeah, that's
Definitely.
super
yeah.
Italian. up there.
Definitely.
And my father
Those are
always
all
told me when
wrestlers,
I was a
but-
kid,
It's true.
I was a big Dan Marino fan. The
Volpe.
best quarterbacks are Italian. So Tommy DeVito's got a place in my heart there.
Of course.
Is that Volpe or something? Who's on
Oh,
the
that's
Yankees
right.
now?
Yeah.
That's right.
Is he Del Barton too?
Yeah.
Damn, dude, they just pump out.
You know, I feel like kicking and screaming with the Italians. You know, they're like, get the ball to the Italians, get the ball to the Italians. But I feel like it was always tough wrestling the Italian kids, like when you're younger, because I feel like they physically matured quicker than I did. You know what I mean?
Hairy.
Like I always thought like the Irish guys like took longer, or maybe it was just me. And I was like, oh man, I gotta wrestle this Italian kid. He's got leg hair. Oh,
yeah,
man,
but when you and your sister were little, you had biceps. You were matured.
We did, but that was in youth. I'm talking like high school, not
They accused you
mature
of
yet.
being on steroids.
That was my senior year. I'm talking about when I wrestled this kid, Vinny Sherrier from Brick Memorial. Kid had leg hair, armpit hair, tattoos. I was 90 pounds. The weight class was 103. And I would go out there against these juniors and seniors and just get ripped.
Did you beat Preston in district final?
Yeah.
You won?
Yeah. But that, like, I grew at that time.
Yeah.
The
Was that your
growing
senior year?
pains were difficult. That was my senior year. Yeah.
What'd you do in regions?
I took fourth. That's what I was talking about. I lost with basically 1 second on the clock to Jeff Jacobs. I looked over at the clock and released my hands as I looked at the clock. And I watched the clock hit 0 and the ref put up 1 in the semis.
Fourth? Oh,
in the semis.
Who else was in your
And then I
bracket?
wrestled George Stanley. I beat him in the wrestlebacks. And then I lost to Justin Borowski from, he's Manasquan's coach. That's why when I was sitting here at Rega.
He comes in to Thrive.
Yeah, he was teammates with Borowski at Beach.
Oh, okay.
So then after that episode, I was telling you guys that Phil O'Hara from Long Branch, yeah, he hits me up just directly off of what we shared from Rega, and he goes, "Oh man, Rega beat me in regions." Like, oh, that's funny. His teammate beat me in regions, you know. And then we got into chat.
Him on?
Yeah, we will. But we're like 4 weeks out now.
Yeah, we got some great guests
that'll have
coming,
to be
guys.
early.
We really do.
That'll have to be like mid-January then.
Funny story real quick about Long Branch Wrestling. So it was, I guess I broke my arm nasty in like 7th grade. And it was like my first winter coming back, like 8th grade year. And I was wrestling in like the Christmas tournament at Long Branch. So it was like a preseason tournament. And it might have even been high school, I don't know. But it was like the first time coming back after not wrestling for a while. And I was wrestling Jake George, who's Billy George from
the
Long
whole
Branch
George
State
family
champ.
is so
George
good.
Wrestled at Cornell. Jake went to Cornell too. But their dad was super, super nice guy.
Yeah.
Wrestled Jake. He smoked me. Like first match of the day. And like I was all pissed off, was down on myself. My dad was pissed off at me. And we're like over in the corner, and his Mr. George comes over. And he was like, hey, like, don't beat yourself up. Like, you guys are probably going to meet up again, like, at the end. And I think he majored me the first match. And his dad was like, here's what you got to do against him next time. Dude, his dad coached me.
That's incredible.
Against his son, like, in the next match. And I think it was like, I don't know, 7-4 or
A little
something.
bit closer. Wow, that's a match.
Yeah.
Dang.
But
Did you hit any of the stuff that his dad was telling you to do?
I think I just like hands out on the
advice?
mat and just stole my ass off the whole time.
Wow.
Whatever
man.
works.
I'm just not getting turned. But that was a really cool. That always stuck with me. Just like a cool like father moment of he was like, you know,
He always gave off great vibes. Now you're talking about the coach that also coached football over there, right?
Did he? At Long Branch?
He had he was the head coach of the wrestling team and the head coach of the football team.
Oh, really?
Like simultaneously for like decades.
Huh.
He's made a world of impact in that town.
Yeah.
You know?
I could only hope to impact people like that.
Yeah.
You know,
I feel like
when
you
you're
are,
a coach
dude.
or you're involved in youth athletics like you are able to shape people at an early age and build them to be the people that they're meant to be.
Yeah.
You know, it's all about the influence that's coming. And you get to start early.
Yeah. No, definitely. Ev, what do you think over the last 14 weeks has been your biggest takeaway personally that you've either been able to utilize or kind of take with you on your life journey from chopping it up with all these guests so far?
Or
maybe
there's
like
been
which,
a lot.
just give us something.
Just trying new. I would
Right.
say probably how Billy has bought into a lot of these things and he's actually done them.
Yeah.
Like even if
Trying.
it's
Back to Billy, dude. He's the one taking all the
Yeah.
benefits.
I'm the one that needed this shit the
He's
most.
doing mushrooms. He's doing the
Maybe we should do the mushrooms too. I don't know. Let's check it out.
Oh my gosh. But has there been anything that you've sat there, like have anybody you sat there and listened to and actually implemented on your own day to day?
Yeah, I mean, some of Seidenberg's,
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah.
I've tried as closely as I can.
A lot of stuff
adhere
comes
the
back to
3-2-1.
Dave, man.
I know.
A A lot of stuff comes back to Dave.
Did I tell you guys? No, I guess I haven't really talked to you guys much. I was telling you guys Friday I was real tired and everything hurting. Before I went on the run, I talked to Saidi. It was his birthday. I talked to him for an hour on the phone, and we were just talking about everything. And like, dude, or maybe it was Thursday. Either way, I talked to him for like an hour, and like that dude is just a breath of fresh air. It just makes you feel good.
Yeah, I like him. He's got good vibes.
Yeah.
Good vibes and good information.
I know.
Yeah, bro.
I saw he was in the plunge today. He posted it this morning. He's like 32 degrees out. He's in there.
Dedication. I got to get back to it. I did it that one time. It was great. I got to do it again. Maybe a weekend trip. I'll bring Max, throw him in the ice boat.
Let's jump in the ocean.
Yeah, that's the best. Freaking this time of year, you can plunge anywhere, bro.
Yeah, but you said the worst part is getting out and then being cold.
Yeah, it's the worst. Oh, you know what? I was thinking about you today because you were asking me recently, like, oh, you're not used to it by now, bro. Like, it was uncomfortable today, and I thought about getting out, and there was, like, the timer at Thrive?
Yeah.
There was still, like, a minute to go. And, like, I was hurting.
What was the temperature?
Yeah?
I think it was, like, 35.
Yeah, that's good.
Brick.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, it's amazing.
It was brick.
It's great.
But, dude, there was, like, a minute to go, man. I had to, like, tough it out.
Yeah.
And I'm like, all right, just stay in. I, like, started talking out loud and, like, kind of, like, count my blessings or whatever it is. But, like, it doesn't get any easier. But
Dalton, you do that stuff, too, right?
Done it once.
Yeah. What about you, Ian?
I want to.
Yeah.
I do.
All
I'll
right.
chop it up with you after. Ask.
Oh yeah, Ian's at the point now where he's going to be
All right, so
finding
we're
some
going to
things
hit
for
the Banner
himself.
Birch. Maybe
Thrive.
we'll hit the
Let's
Banner
go to
Birch.
Thrive.
All
Let's
right,
go to
we'll
Thrive.
Well,
Yeah,
they were
Banner
closed
Birch
last
is
time. Let's-
huge.
So we'll go to
Thrive.
Thrive.
is kind of more like we can go in there and like we can still kind of
Yeah, we could
chop
have
it
an
up
hour
together and
to
like do our
ourselves.
thing.
All right, so
yeah.
we'll go to Thrive. You guys tell me when, and we'll make everybody
we'll set that up.
available.
Yeah, that would be cool. That would be cool. We might have to shoot one of the pods right out of Thrive.
We could do that.
In the tub.
Oh no, that would be rough.
I won't be able to talk to you.
Die.
You'll be
I
shaking.
won't be able to talk to you. I'll just sit there, like once we get past the, and I get my breathing under control. I won't even open my eyes. I just have to sit there.
Dude, the best part
started
is
in the
how
cold.
yoked you look after you get out.
Oh,
'Cause everything's
definitely.
tightened up.
Oh,
You're
yeah,
gonna look
everything's
at yourself in
tightened
the
up.
mirror and you're gonna be like,
Oh yeah, well, dude, that's
What's
the thing.
this
You
about?
keep calling yourself fat. Like it actually burns fat.
burns a ton
And
of
it
brown
speeds
fat.
up your metabolism
Pete, let's
and shit.
clarify. You called me fat 3 weeks ago,
No.
and since then, everybody else reminds me I'm fat.
I made a vague statement to anyone who asks if their clothing makes them look fat. And you were one of those people that said, does this shirt make me look fat? And I said, well, usually when people say that, the fat makes them look fat, not the shirt.
Well, it
But I
sounds like
didn't
you
mean-
targeted me, bro.
I wasn't targeting you.
It sounds like you targeted me.
No judgment, bro.
I shouldn't
You
have
look
eaten
great.
those donuts
Dude,
yesterday.
I asked you if you were on steroids like the week before that.
Yeah, but that
so
was
why
just
are you
to
so
boost
hung
my
up
ego.
on that? You
Just to
should-
boost my ego.
You say it's like the yin and yang. You should like also give me credit for like saying that you look like you're a juice head.
Yeah, no,
not
I
just
appreciate
a
that
fat
too.
guy.
But like, I look like I'm a fat guy on steroids. This is fucking terrible.
Yeah, there's a lot of them out
I
there.
gotta talk to Robbie.
There's a lot of them out there.
Other news: I'm gonna go back to the gym tomorrow.
Good.
Yeah,
Good.
you guys inspired me. No, I go at lunchtime.
I was thinking when you were talking earlier, your life is overwhelming as hell without your dad being in the hospital for 3 weeks.
Yeah, it's put me over the top, man.
Yeah, dude. Like, but you know that. But like, even if your dad wasn't in the hospital, your life is already overwhelming as shit. Like, these might be the times and the weeks that
Yeah.
you really lean into some of these things to make yourself feel better because you're already walking around with that plate that I was describing for myself. People keep putting stuffing, mashed potatoes, gravy. They keep piling that
Yeah.
shit on, and like, how long can you carry it like this sustainably? Having 1 week to talk to us for an hour and a half.
Yeah,
You gotta
you're not
start.
wrong.
You know.
That's one thing that I learned from my girlfriend is she doesn't do it to look good. Like she doubles down when like she's feeling bad.
Yes.
She's like, I know that I need this.
Need it. Yep.
It releases.
Your body kind of longs for it too.
It's like a release, though, bro. Like, so I feel tight. I feel like shit. My body hurts. Mentally, I'm hurting. Licking my wounds. I'm self-medicating with fucking food yesterday all day. I got to do it. I have to get in the gym tomorrow.
There you go. All right, Billy's gonna get in the gym. Ev, you got anything on your radar for any type of self-improvement or any type of short-term goals coming up? We got
No,
New
I'm just-
Year
I'm just
coming
gonna
up, or
stick-
just gonna
Stick to
keep
it.
on doing what you're doing?
Yeah, I think I'm for the most part done with drinking.
Nice.
Good for you, man.
Nice.
Which I've never had like a pull to it or anything.
Yeah, you
but
really haven't been.
We were at the Sets holiday party at Headliner on Saturday, Maddie and I. And I probably had like 2-3 drinks. She same thing with her.
Yeah.
We woke up the next day just feeling like dog shit, and we were
Yeah.
like, "Why are we doing this?" Like,
Yeah.
I
So
don't
is it
know.
kind of the two of you guys together? Because she's a bit younger than you, so it might just be you. But she doesn't seem too into drinking, right?
she's
Yeah.
she's just as much.
Yeah.
But I
Good.
don't know.
Good.
Kind of following her lead.
Good. Yeah, before we started shooting, I was saying that over the past almost 9 years, I've been kind of just chalking my own alcohol experience up to like, hey, I overstayed my welcome. You know, I probably should have treaded a little bit lightly. Like you could have 2 or 3 and turn it off. And, you know, I pretty much would just open the floodgates and turn into Stone Cold
But you
Steve
were
Austin.
self-aware today to realize that.
Well, you know, I would turn into Stone Cold Steve Austin, just start slugging, you know, and it's like an all-day thing, everyday thing, like whatever it is. But now I got some beef. I got some beef towards alcohol now. Like I got some beef towards the commercials that, you know, all this money's being pumped in. Everybody's sitting there watching.
We know
Yeah, like
what it
we're
does
on to you, bro.
Yeah, but we're
you know what
so
I mean?
conditioned that you need alcohol to enjoy life.
I know, but
at
it's
this point, think about it. From an early age, you're watching the NFL, you're watching whatever, you're seeing a beer commercial, a vodka commercial,
Coronas.
whatever. Like, you think you need that to be fun, or you need that to enjoy yourself.
Yeah.
I've never had a drink with Pete Reilly. You know what I love doing? Hanging out with Pete Reilly.
Yeah.
So we're teaching our youth, not us, but you know, the media, social media, TV, what they need, and it's fucking skewed. Maybe somebody needs a Thrive commercial up there or something.
I know.
You know?
Where's the self-improvement commercials,
Yeah.
bro? Where's the healthy eating
The
commercials?
Modern
No.
Man
But,
podcast
like,
and a commercial at the Super Bowl.
that'd be cool, but like if you watch the NFL, for example, like I disconnected from the NFL for a while, back when they were like kneeling and different things, and like I don't do fantasy, I don't bet on football, whatever. So I kind of really wasn't watching anymore. But Mason loves football, so we've been watching a lot on Sundays. But I've been noticing the commercials, and it's fast food,
Yeah.
credit cards, which are at like 30%.
Gambling.
Yeah, online gambling, alcohol.
All shit to keep
Like,
you down.
that's it. Boom, 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 boom. There's nothing like, hey, are you depressed? You should call this number, make you feel better. Like, have you got any sunlight today?
Speaking
are you
of feeling
hydrated?
better,
You know?
and hydrated,
Yeah.
how do we feel after the IV?
I have to pee right now.
So do I.
So that says
that was my next segue, because I already got that in before we kick this off, because I'm going to pee in my pants.
Yeah.
So like I used to play swords when I was a kid. Like, should we do like an adult like three-way swords here, since there's only one bathroom?
gonna be
Are we
like
taking
lightsabers.
turns?
Yeah. It's gonna
With
look like
yellow?
highlighters coming
You
out
turn
of
the
there.
light off.
All right, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed it. Ev was a great guest. I love just sitting here chatting with him.
So much swag.
Make sure you guys subscribe, share. We appreciate the support, and I hope you guys are all taking away something. And just so everybody knows, I told you guys my dad was having a procedure. I just got the text from my mother. His valves are perfect, and there's
go.
nothing to be concerned with.
Beast.
So
There we
that's
go.
quick. Now I could breathe. That was a perfect ending
Good news.
Take
to
a
a good
deep breath.
episode.
Nice.
All right.
Nice.
Sweet.
Good stuff, boys.
See you guys next week.
See you guys next week.